Cool, we're live. Hey guys, how's it going? Right, so much to my distress, we've still got cloth work to do. So we did make it quite far, so it's not as big of a deal as it was, but there's still a fair amount to do. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep saying so over and again. But yeah, a little bit of ZBrush work to do, but I'm going to focus on the displacement and the shaders first. Hey Lauren. So yeah, I'll do some stuff in Substance, and yeah, we'll get some more final kind of shaders onto this. Maybe throw a quick groom on there just to see what happens, but I'm not too rushed about that one. And yeah, beyond that, we need to do the headscarf, and then I really need to get back onto the face, because the face is really lagging behind. But there's still quite a lot to do on the clothing, so I figured may as well. Need to fix this as well. My topology just doesn't support this shape. But yeah, so that's going to be it. We'll get on with it. I do have to end the stream at 12 o'clock, because I've got training at 1. So yeah, that's it really. I should probably have opened Substance before I got into all this. But hey, here we go. And actually what I'm going to do as well is fix up the frequency of this displacement. But actually no, it's a waste of time. Let's get the version, where is it? So I'm going to go into CG stuff, asset library, outgang textile generator, early access, version 21. Cool. So yeah, version 21. There's a few bug fixes. I will also grab outgang text generator. Let's just put this in to the chat if anyone wants to pick it up. The one that I'm using is not released yet, but if you buy version 1, you do get version 2 when it's released. But yeah, so in terms of updates, there's nothing too major. It's mostly just fixes, with one exception, which is I requested the height map, which is this guy, to be separated. So currently the height map contains, if I go to material properties, I guess, normalize height map, there we go. So the height map currently contains like all the information. So it contains the threads, it contains the bumps, it contains the wrinkles, it contains everything. Which is great if you just need one map. But as a look dev artist, I find that really limiting. So I'm going to, I request a new height map, a split height, and that's this. So with split height, we have the red channel being the threads, the green channel being bumps, and the blue channel being wrinkles. That just allows me to separate everything in shader and really tweak it. It also lets me put things like the threads into bump or normals, and the bumps and wrinkles into displacement, which is more what I want, because currently, as you can see, everything's in displacement. So the threads are losing an absolute ton of detail. But if I put it all into what's the word, into bump, we'd lose a lot of the richness that displacement gives. I will probably still keep the threads somewhat in bump, in displacement, but I'll keep it very subtle, just to get some information in subsurface. But yeah, so I just need to open Test Manager, and I need to limit Substance Player. So let's do that. Go to details. Substance Player like eats up RAM when it's using. So, eats up CPU. So I'm just going to limit that, and while I'm here, may as well limit Maya. There we go. Set affinity. Cool. But yeah, so we got 3 fabrics to make. We have the linen. In fact, actually, I can open up this. So the fabrics we have to make transfixed, texturing, substance supplier, outgoing fabrics. So we need to make our burlap twill again, cotton plane, and linen plane. Once we've got these, I can probably actually, while I'm here, oh, I can't delete these because I got Mire open. Whoops. I'm gonna create a V2 folder, I think. Outgoing fabrics. V2. I don't like that. Okay, we'll just save over these. I just need to name it the exact same. So yeah, we need to do a burlap twill. So that's going to be the first one we do, I guess. Do I have a reference for the burlap? Kind of. Okay, let's just get that open. I use this as a general reference, but it's not going to be a one-to-one. Scene. I'm going to go into cloth, it's fine actually. Lights, edit. Actually, no, it's fine as well. It's the environment I need to edit. Make it visible. Hey dude, how's it going? Haven't seen you in the stream in a while. So, that's this super low res. One of the first things we need to do is... Oh yeah, another thing that was changed. I pointed out that having the color of the threads in threads, although it makes sense logically, it doesn't make sense as like a UI thing, because the color of the threads is more of a material thing, like less of a physical material, more of a look dev. So it made more sense for it to be in material properties. So that's been moved there as well. Which I was very glad that Laura agreed. Because yeah, it's nice to be able to just do all my material stuff in one place. So let's do something like that. Okay. And we're going to set this to a twill. So let's go to our fabric. So it needs to be set to twill. Like that. I know it's 3:1, which is that's now set to. Pattern direction doesn't really matter. So if I remember correctly, I didn't really change the burlap very much, because it kind of just did what I wanted. I will change the thread density though. Let's increase that to 1K for now. 1K is still pretty quick to preview. Yeah, I think honestly, that's not far off. I just need to add some more wrinkles to get this map feeling a bit better. I'm gonna move this onto my other screen. Yeah, let's just keep it this way. Okay, so always tile. Obviously, I want that. I forget there's a knit in this. It's really cool. So back to true, or woven even. Okay, so let's get into the small details. Honestly, it already kind of looks good though. I always like to change my fibers. Or is it fibers or is it threads? I think it might be threads. There's a blur somewhere in here. I think it might have been moved. Looks like it has been moved. Fibers. It has, yeah. Where is it? I'm gonna make it a little bit less tight. Hello Mike, I have a good question. Don't know if it's a good place to ask. Absolutely, ask. Flyaways. Oh yeah, we need those. Yeah, this is one of those things where the preset kind of does what I want already. Slubs, I know that I want more wrinkles. Oh, I want wrinkles in general. You don't really get many on burlap, but... So, let's increase the strength for these guys. increase the angularity. There we go. I'm wondering if I should turn off normalize. Let's go to our material. Edit. I need OpenGL. There we go. Yeah, I feel like I should turn off normalize height map and just set the strength of all these to 1. Ooh. Okay, does that not work? Maybe a bit small. Howdy. Cool, we'll allow that. That's cool. Actually, that might give a really nice look. I need to add more nuts, actually. I have a 360 Ti and 64 gigabytes of RAM and Xeon processor with 6 cores. I have a Myosine extra on character. When I've opened Xeon, it takes 10 minutes to load. I don't know why. It depends on the groom. You've not given me any groom information though. Whenever I modify clump freeze for like 2 minutes. That would depend on how many CVs your groom has, how many hairs your groom has. What else would it depend on? That would be the 2 main things. Maybe scene scale could contribute to that as well. Oh yeah, we want that high then. Okay. To make it a touch brighter than base, but not much. Something like that. I tried to open the same scene for my 2024. 2022 is also the same 2023. Tell me load times. Yeah, I mean, that doesn't sound like a PC issue. Although I don't know exactly what Xeon processor that is. Like, I honestly don't really care about CPUs. Like, Xeon, unless it's really old, like, it should be quick enough. Okay, let's get some knots in here. Okay. Let's increase the size of these things, just to see where they are. Okay. Actually, I like that density. Yeah, the burlap preset is just so nice. Like, I barely want to change anything. Precise on this guy as well. Ooh, okay. We'll decrease this actual. Oh wait, that's what I want. There we go. Okay, Let's go back to the wrinkles and increase the strength for these guys a little bit. Okay, I think that will do. So, let's crank the resolution of this guy, 4K. Should be enough detail. The normals is so chaotic. So one of the things I don't like with normal maps is they're so sharp. But this looks pretty good. Just need to change the size of it. So thread density, let's go 150. There we go. Increasing the thread density basically just gives you a larger maplet tiles. It's like one tile is a physically larger space. I think this will do. Oh, there's the on-sample blur. Okay. There we go. I always increase that, I just think it looks a bit nicer in the final result. So we've got split height, which has all this information in it. Let's just see what 8K will do for us. Other than, like, quadruple the size of the textures. Yeah, I'll stick with 4K. I don't need that. Oh, actually, it made a big difference there, though. Oh, that does actually sharpen things up a bit. All right, we're going 8K, lads. Okay, let's export as bitmap. So. Just gonna grab that name, create a folder in here called 8K. I'm gonna replace G with that. We want split height. That's probably the main thing we want, to be honest. And then we want EXRs on this guy. Cool. This will take a hot minute. Then we'll throw that onto our shader, see what happens. And yeah, I'll have to set up the split height map. Seems to be stuck on that last map. Oh, export complete, okay. Okay, so get into Maya. So view, store snapshot. Cool. And then we need to replace all these with the 8K one. And yeah, so all we're going to do is replace that with the 8. This I'll probably remove, but let's keep it for now. Because I prefer to use bump maps. I had to rename these as well. Nodes, I mean. Okay, is that all? How do you like Rombotools so far? It seems pretty nice. Now I'm starting to get used to it. Okay, so we'll see the apron change here. The height map will be weird. Like, I'm still using the old one, but like it won't be balanced. Unless it happens to be the same strength as the old one, which is possible. Unlikely, but possible. Yeah, it's definitely not tighter tiling. What I'm going to do as well, let's hide the shirt. And temporarily set this to lighting. In fact, no, not lighting. God, that's a bit strong, isn't it? I sort of see the albedo. And then make TX. Make TX might be a bit slow with it being 8K maps. Got some intersections, so need to fix that. Might be easier if I just create a flat material. In fact, yeah, it'll be considerably quicker too. Let's create a flat. Interesting. Why is it? Why is it doing that? Update full scene. I have 32 CVs for my lower lashes. Why? Dude, why have you got so many fucking CVs? It's completely unnecessary. I mean, there's your issue. Yeah, 32 CVs is like... You're approaching curly hair with that. Like, an eyelash can be caught pretty accurately with, like... I mean, hell, you could probably do it with 5? Like, 7's more than enough. Like, professionally, I use 7 or 8. So 32 is insane, dude. Why is this doing that? Is it because it's so high res? What if I change this back to the 4K? I doubt that, but... Same here as well. Interesting. Okay, what if I just create a diffuse generalized? Let's throw this guy on. Can I still lower the CV? Yes! Yes, absolutely! Lower the CV counts. They're fucking huge. Like, those... Yeah, lower lashes 32 CVs is ridiculous. Eyebrow 16 CVs is ridiculous. A mustache 16? I'd have to see the mustache, but sounds very high. 16 CVs for top of the head sounds really high. You've also got quite a lot of groom side hairs, 16. and the hair blender, I'm not sure what that means. 8, no idea. But yeah, all your CV counts are crazy high, dude. Like, legit, unless you're doing like curly hair, 8 or lower. Like, depending on the hairstyle and the length of the hair, there's a lot of factors, but those counts are huge, dude. Why? What? I'm very confused by that. Update full scene. Any reason using the AI image over classic image? It's just easier to use different CV counts. Okay. So that's the 4K. We'll store a snapshot with that. And then switch back to the 8K. Okay, so we just want to vaguely match the scale of this guy. So let's set that. Once we've got this matched, let's go 12 and 12. Okay, Mike, we'll lower these. Yeah, I mean, with CV count, you want to be as low as you can while capturing the data that you need, or the information that you want to see. I need to go even lower. Let's go 8. Yeah, I'm pretty close now. In fact, we're pretty much the same now. Do you want to see where this gets fucky? I like that a lot. It looks like we're seeing through... Oh, the background color's too high. Is that what that is? Huh. Background color's now black. Hey, Nowen. How's it going, man? Is it writing an alpha into the albedo? It was my first time doing... Yeah, like, I think you're focusing too much, though, on detail. Like, essentially what you did there with that groom was sculpting a face by getting a sphere, giving it vaguely face-like features, and then throwing skin pores on there. That's the groom equivalent. This is super weird. Anyway, back to the clothing cam. Okay, so now we got that. So we know that 8 is what we want. So I'm going to set these to 8. On this. Cool. And then I'll set 8 on this guy for now, but that's not going to stay. How do you get this cloth texture? So there's a link in the chat if you go up to the outgang. It's basically a really nice cloth generator. Really, really good stuff. The one that I'm using is an early access, so it's not the one that's currently for sale. However, if you buy the one that's currently for sale, you get an upgrade to this later. Okay, so these are all set to 8 now. So Mike, did you have to gather a reference for clothing? Didn't you watch me do it? It's, these images here. This is all I'm really using for now. I don't need too much. I've got an image that I want in my head, so I'm focusing on that. Let's throw the normals in there. Okay, crank that up to 1, see what happens. That looks nice. Perspective. So normal strength of 1 is actually doing some pretty good stuff. So maybe we'll keep that now. Because normal maps do have more detail in them. Okay, still my skin setup's not that good. Might need setup texture, I think, after you helped me last time. I mean, your skin looked pretty decent, like from what I saw. This area's looking quite nice. I might still switch though. Do you use Direct 3D 11 in Substance Player engine? I don't. Does it matter? But I'm pretty sure I'm using the Direct 3D, but I don't think it means much, right? Okay, so let's kill that. Let's go to Clothing Cam again. So I'm going to start assembling. Start assembling the actual correct shader. So duplicate without network. So this one's going to be the split one. So we're going to go to texturing, substance player, outgang, twill, 8K. We need split height, this guy. Okay, let's quickly look at the albedo while we're here. These fucking file sizes. I might write out the 4Ks. Okay, so we have this guy. In fact, we're going to do that now. Let's go 4K. Okay. Export as bitmap. I'm going to go 4K. That should just override the existing ones. So, export. So much quicker. Okay, close. Presets. Ah, there we go. Perfect. Well, the name is already. There we go. Cool, so we got a preset in there. Nice. Okay, so back to making some fabric. So we got this guy. So the red channel is threads, so we're gonna need to put that into bump. So let's create channels. Oh wait, actually, yeah, we don't want to do that. Bump map will be the red, which actually will plug into a range. So let's do this. Range. Okay. So we'll keep that as is for now. Range. Height, red R, R, This would be a lot weaker, but I just want to see how it looks. In fact, I need to go back into perspective shape for that. Oh, it's running make TX, okay. Okay. To the bump, so that's a strength of 1. Okay, a bit strong. But it is working. I don't think we need the normal map. Okay, so I'm going to lower that though, 0.1. So excited about retopologizing. I wish I would have learned at school, but there's so many things outside of college I have to be researched. Yeah, I mean the thing is with CG is you can learn shit forever. Like honestly, it keeps going and going and going. Let's do another range. This one is going to be come on. Okay. G bumps. Okay, and then these will go into disp, which for now I'm still gonna run into this guy. Come on, let me grab it. There we go. So I can delete these because I'm not gonna be using that anymore. So bumps, I'll keep that as is. Edit, duplicate without network. This one's going to be blue and wrinkles. Okay. Kind of want to do a channels actually. Keep things clean, you know. Be nice if we could replace the alpha with a solid color. That's necessary actually if I can't. Just extra nodes, not really achieving anything. It'd be safer to do this. G. Oh, B's already connected. Cool. Right, so we'll get these two. I'm gonna do a float math to add these together. Oh shit, okay, so they're not normalized anymore. So we need to normalize them in these ranges, which means we're gonna need more float math nodes. Okay. May as well commit to the channel. This won't be multiply. That'll be the strength of this guy. So mult. Okay. Edit, duplicate without network. Grab the B channel. Much the same. Let's replace this with B wrinkles. Okay. I just hope that Autodesk and Pixology doesn't keep coming out of amazing tools that take years to master. There'll always be new tools. There'll always be new tools. The thing is, a lot of the skills are transferable. Like, when I started picking up Houdini, like, it was fairly quick to learn just because I'm already used to node-based, like, workflows, right? Like, you don't... starting a new tool isn't starting from scratch. When you already know other tools, you apply the knowledge. It's all about the fundamentals. I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to normalize these. It'd be nice. I'm gonna really bug. I'm really gonna bug Laura with this. Fit. I'm wondering if I turn off normalize height map. So it's to 512 so I can see it really quick. And go to I kinda do need it. That's not reaching a value 1, is it? Yeah. Just open my preset. Yeah, we'll have to normalize them ourselves. Okay. Which means I need to be really careful now adjusting the strengths in Substance. Okay. So we're going to need to preview this guy. So let's create a flat. Okay, start a render. It's not a million miles away, it's just not particularly clean. But input max, let's blow out to 0.5. I need to go display pixel information. There we go. .1. So that's pretty close. So the same to the wrinkles. Does it reach negative values? No, it doesn't. Okay. 0.1. Alright, okay, that's too bright. We're hitting negatives there, though. We are hitting negatives, what the fuck? Does this fucking thing contain negative values on 32-bit? Okay. It's just got a bit more complex. Why though? Is that because of my... Okay, so it's not SR negative that. Yeah, there's still negatives. Let's go 3 pixels. Okay. Not entirely sure how I'm going to go about balancing that. I mean, I could just do it by eye. It's not the end of the world, it's just a bit fucky. Let's go 0.2 on this guy then. Let's just do this. Let's pretend I didn't see those values. Everything's below though. What? Maybe I can just plug this directly in? Without any remapping? Fuck it, let's try it. Okay, so I need to reassign the test material. And okay, that's working, that's fine. Make sure the bump's still on there. Yeah, it is. So now what we'll do, I guess, is grab these guys. Shit. Shit. Okay, delete you. Delete you. Wonder if there's anything. Yeah, I mean, technically, if I just took the image into Nuke, I could find out very quickly. But I'm kind of morally against having to take a map into Nuke just to check the values of it. I'm also starting to think that this might be too large. We'll see. So we're going to plug that into displacement. And then we'll have to restart the render, I believe. Let's just check our subdivision settings too. Oh, 4 subs, yeah, we're fine. Bit of a strong one. Did it inflate though? That's the question. It doesn't look like it did actually. Alright. 0.1. 0.1. There we go. That's the shit right there. We will need to make a map, I think, to remove it from these areas. But we can look dev with this. This is good. Yeah, I'm going to change the scale of it though. I'm gonna go 7. Oh wait, do I need to? Okay, they're not swapped. Okay. Switch to the correct camera. Yeah, I'm gonna go a tiny bit smaller. Let's go view store snapshot. Let's go 7.7. Okay. Do I have any other maps that I need to drive? This guy I'll be getting rid of. In fact, actually, this guy I'm already getting rid of. press 7. Okay. That feels better. A little bit more coarse. Now our normals actually look usable. The wrinkles might still be a bit strong, but I think the subsurface will kind of neuter that a little bit. I kind of want to add a touch of this to our disp as well. But like really subtle. Bump. Threads. Okay, I'm going to duplicate these two. Duplicate without network. Okay. View, store snapshot. So it's going to replace this with our threads. Okay. We'll need to push that down, but for now, let's just plug that in and see what it looks like. It will look weird. Like, I know that. Yeah, there we go. But what this will do is just help us capture some of that in our subsurface. So I just need to set the strength of it now. So let's go lower, let's go half of that strength. It does kind of rebalance the other stuff as well, doesn't it? And not in a way that I like. I think that's fine though. I think that's working. Check on normals. Yeah, like we do get some holes and like weird stuff, but that's just the nature of adding this to disp. It's not a big deal. We do get more detail on these because of the higher polygon count, but I can deal with that. Displacement, albedo, bump, specular, normals, height. Dude, just to say shading properties. Does self-illumination count? What do you mean? What do you mean about self-illumination? Okay, I'm going to swap the order of these a little bit. There we go. A little bit neater. So these aren't actually doing anything, are they? No. They might get used later though, so I'll keep them in. So we've got normals pass, looking alright. The color pass. Still don't like whatever's going on here. It looks like a oh, actually, yeah, I can albedo, view, store snapshot. Oh, that's how that works. Okay. Let's create a channel. Throw you in there, and then a float. Use a float. That's what I want. Alpha default value 1. Use default. Oh, there it is. Okay. No, that isn't it. Interesting. Okay, so that will do for our test. I need to remove that guy. Gonna save my scene because it's getting pretty hefty. I also need to do up-to-date render. Okay. Appears to be working. Okay. So I'll need to copy like this entire area down here. But then other than that, the shader's pretty much left alone. So I can use that pretty quickly on the other materials. Which I still need to remake in Substance anyway. But this looks alright. I'm going to increase the wrinkles a little bit. Let's go 1.5. View store snapshot. That's more promising. Yeah, that's better. Maybe a little bit blurry, but it is burlap. Like, they're not going to be sharp. But let's, while we're at this, check the perspective camera. That looks alright, because you mainly see them in the shadow areas, which is good. Like, you want that. If you can see the wrinkles everywhere, it's too strong. So they will still be here. Like, they're in the normals. But they make less of a difference. So that's a good way of telling if the strength is set about right. Unless they've literally never been ironed ever. I think there are too many of them, though. Yeah, let's change the amount of them. So let's go fit. So we're just going to go into wrinkles, lower the amount. That'll do. And I'll increase the angularity a tiny bit. That should be good enough. So export the 4Ks first. And then we'll get onto the clothing linen. Okay, so I've got the 8K. Or the shirt linen, even. Okay, there we go. Export bitmap. These in the 8K folder. Didn't mean to hit enter, but it's fine. Shouldn't cause an issue. I'll get some water back in a moment. In fact, actually, I'll wait. Save this, start a render. Okay, close. Presets. New file. Cool. So let's go into Maya and view source snapshot. Hit render. Update full scene. Cool. Back in a moment. Hey, I realized I didn't put the laundry on. Okay, they're too sharp now, aren't they? Yeah, way too sharp. I also need to lower the amount more. So, angularity. I'm going to lower the amount, but increase the... Oh yeah, it's 8K. I may have fucked up. We shall see. Let's look them up to reflect on what you're doing, cloth. Oh, okay. Let's increase the length of these guys. That feels better. Alright, cool. So let's let this back up to 8K. There we go. Interesting how it gets darker when you get a high resolution. It's because it's got like, more AO and stuff, but... right, okay. Export bitmap. Okay. I won't update the 4K because I'm not really using it. We can always re-export later. And what we'll do is slap it onto the actual shader, make sure nothing's particularly broken, and then what's the word? Then we can start on the shirt. Okay, close. Just gonna save that before I forget. New file. Okay. So Maya. Fuck off, Nord. I had to save that as a clip and send it to my friend. There we go. Yeah, that's better. Maybe a bit long now, but I think that will work fine. This is not working fine. Ooh, no, it's not. Okay, so bump the amount back up, but the length back down. It didn't change it by much, so that's the weird bit. Okay, and then angularity. Okay. Final try. Okay. Then I really need to get on with the other stuff. I think at current rate, I probably will finish the cloth shading today to like a reasonable standard. Like it won't be finished, but it will be assembled. It will be kind of ready to go. But I've got an hour and a half pretty much before I need to head out. So yeah, I'm not gonna finish everything before I go. But then later on today, I should be back by like 3 o'clock-ish, depending on how long it takes to get food after training. Once I've done all that shit, then doesn't update full soon, please. Yeah, once I get back from lunch, we should be able to do the headscarf pretty quickly, I think. Because geometrically, it's probably the simplest mesh. Like, I don't need any seam lines. Speaking of, I don't have any on this. I might model them in manually, to be honest. Which you can do. You can just quickly bevel an edge on the model. Like, your ZBrush model doesn't have to be identical to your rendered, like, Maya model. So long as the UVs are identical, the ZBrush, the displacement will still line up, mostly. And so you can get away with changing the mesh just for renders. Okay, it looks like it's working a bit better. Are you planning on adding stitching and hemlines? Yeah, probably. I'll create a new UV set for that, though. Like, it's something Jonathan mentioned. I've thought about it before, but I've never actually... I don't think I've done it. I think I discussed it on one of the previous projects, but I don't think I ever actually tried it. So, yeah, I look forward to trying that out. It's taking its time. There we go. That's better. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Cool. So, now, all we're going to do is Make sure that's still the same. It is. Apron sheen mix. Hit render. We'll check our subsurface amount, and then the ZBrush displacement is going to cause a little bit of intersection. I might just nudge the mesh a little bit thicker in that area. Like then, you know, push the back of the mesh further back. And then we should be golden. And then we just copy paste it. Normal paths will look the same, yeah. What's my specular like on this guy? Looks about alright. Nord is fucking spamming me right now. Like, obviously you guys saw the pop-up, but I'm also getting like text as well. Not text, sorry, like notifications on my phone. Okay. Switch to clothing cam. We'll pick out a section of it to render clean, because it is stupid slow. Like, you know, I'm putting a lot into the renderer for this, but it looks promising. This area is looking better than it was. We're getting some interesting shapes on there. SSS is like smoothing things out nicely, but still contains the wrinkle information, which is good. Okay, so I'm gonna lock that in. Alt save. Let that just render in the background while we. There we go. Okay, it is intersecting here, but I'm not gonna worry about that right now. I'll take a quick look at the geometry, just see if I can see it in here. Oh shit! Actually, I need to kill this for a moment. View, render, save UI threads. I keep the subjects relevant, but honestly you run out of things to say. What are you referring to though? Okay, so the thickness is the same. So I guess the displacement is just doing a bit more work here, isn't it? It's gonna thicken that out just slightly. Okay. This is just a 3D. Yeah, I mean, we'll just like run out of things to say. Like, you don't have to speak. Like, you can talk about anything as well. Like, you don't have to talk about CG. Like, believe it or not, I am just a person. Okay. Actually, I moved the wrong place, didn't I? It should be here. This will be the final adjustment. The subsurface will look a bit different there now, but it should fix the intersection. So I'm going to update full scene. Cool. And then we'll start on linen. So, in fact, which one was it that the hat is, not hat, the shirt is using? Actually, I can close ZBrush, looks like we're not going to do anything in it yet. Outliner. Wait, I didn't need an outliner. Shirt. The shirt always zooms out for some reason. This one's linen plain weave. Okay, cool. Is this actually rendering? It says it is. Is it just that slow? Like, Jesus, yeah, it is. Alright, cool. So we have a linen preset, which I'm obviously going to immediately fuck about with. So first thing I'm gonna do, normalize height, open GL, make sure my material is still open GL. It is. Good, good, good. So then we'll go into the colors. 128 approximately. Doesn't have to be precise. There we go. That's the background color. Okay. I'll make that a little bit darker, but not much. Like that. Maybe here, actually. This is part of the project where I start crying. So slow to get a good render. Yep. Gotta love it. Just wait until I've got everything in there. Like skin and the hair and all that sort of stuff. Because, I mean, I don't really care for render times. I've got a pretty long track record of not giving a fuck. But, you know, it's still weighs on your emotions a little bit. Okay, so let's go into thread density, make that super low, set this to 1K. Okay, can probably go lower on that actually. There we go. So we need to recreate this. So we got some really thin threads actually, which is kind of cool. I think we're gonna do a plain weave on this one, right? Yeah, linen plain weave. So threads. So I'm gonna make these quite thin, like that. Okay, but then we're gonna add slubs. That's on the left. This just adds more size variety to it. It's not how it's supposed to be used, but works fine. Do you see how we got like some really thin fibers and really thick ones next to it? That's what that's going to help us get. Okay. Strays I'm going to turn off for a moment. I want to get the twisting of these right now. So, what's parting going to do? Yeah, we don't want any ply around this. Quite like the higher values. Pinching, what's that going to do? That's pinching it. Okay, cool. We'll do that. Warp. About the same. So we'll lower the width a little bit. In fact, actually, no, we need to kind of increase the width overall. There we go. Okay, around this will increase. Hip hop hooray. Oh, the holes in the cloth with an alpha channel. Yeah, basically. We don't want any pliers. Don't want flyaways yet. So core size will keep high. Keep the twist direction the other way around. I do quite like the fact you can remove the core. Cool, that's fine. The fibers are really thin. Like, not that thin, but not a million miles off. Increase density. They're very dense fiber. Can you overdrive these? You can. Sweet. Any tool that lets you overdrive values, just it has me. I'm all about that shit. That makes this so much easier. Should probably turn the strays back on actually, because that will show me a lot. Yeah, we're gonna need to go a lot tighter. Oh, is it a twill? This weave's a twill. Is it? Maybe it's not. Oh. No, it's not. Is that a missed stitch? I think this is a twill. This is the thing with these crazy weaves. It's like when you see it, when you see it like this, you're like, oh my god, like the gaps. There's so many of them. Like, you know, this thing's gonna be fucking transparent. And then you whack up the density of it, and you're like, oh, actually, like those gaps are the same size, but it looks like a cloth again. It just happens to be more transparent like that. I'm going to increase the thickness a little bit though. Let's go 0.3 on both of these. Oh, actually my width is a lot higher than that one. Let's go 2K. And 150 is the final count. I'm going to try to keep all of my thread densities the same. I think that'll just make them easier to read. Do you consider Harvard a place for creative people? Never thought about it really. I mean, Harvard is a place for smart people. I know that. I never thought of it for creative people though. God, the slubs are fucking huge. Man, seeing you do this is being really educational. Out of curiosity, like, what is it that you guys learn from like watching this stuff? Like, I know that like I've got experiences. There's stuff to learn. I mean, I've still got a shit ton to learn as well. But like, is there something in particular that you guys benefit from watching this, or is it just seeing someone else work? Like, is there kind of like a certainty that comes with that? Go back to plane weave. I think for our shirt, this plane weave is gonna work better. Also gives it some variety from the other stuff. Cool, so I think I'm okay with that. Let's go back to a lower thread density. And let's take a look at the strays. How pro work? Oh, okay. Is it just seeing like kind of the experimentation, like fucking about with things and realizing that we don't know everything? Or is there something else to it? So how you approach matching refs and stuff. Oh, fair enough. Speaking of, actually, my I need to increase the slabs a bit. Let's see. Oh. You can also feel professional. I can also feel the professional behind the process. Fair enough. I'm not entirely sure what that last sentence means, but I'm glad you find it helpful, man. Well, that's the strays. I quite like this 100% randomness on the slabs thing. Seeing you do this live is awesome. Same feeling I had watching the Jesus Houdini course. Yeah, seeing people work live is something that's quite helpful. It's one of the reasons I do it, to be honest, is like, there's not many resources where people don't filter what they do. It's one of the reasons I don't like the idea. I mean, the biggest reason, I'm going to be blunt, is like, I don't want to. But one of the big reasons that I don't like edit content is because I do think there's a legit value in just, here's the process. Like, I don't give a fuck about anything else, here's the process. I'm just here for the tunes, yeah, for higher quality than anything I've done. Yeah, so let's try 4K on this bad boy. Okay. I feel like my width needs to go down again. Threads. So width, let's go to 7. Bit much. 2.8. Seems alright. We'll go. Is that one really that much thicker? Okay, so let's go 0.4 on that guy. That feels better. Not sure why I can't see the other stuff. Like, is the bumps really that strong? Let's go to bumps. There you are. God, that's doing a lot, isn't that? Jesus Christ. Okay, gonna lower it a little bit. Let's change the amount. It feels good to me. How high res is this? Reasonably high res. I'll do the 4K, 8K thing again. So let's presets. In fact, I'm going to export first because I can just copy paste the name then. Export. So we're on 4K. So I'm going to have to go to Outgang Fabrics. So this is linen plain weave. Grab that name. Okay. Then we'll export again at 8K. Okay, 8K. This will take a hot minute. Come on, there we go. Honestly, the amount of detail you get in these is fucking insane. Okay, so then export this as well. We're just going to change this to say 8K. Like that. Export. Cool. And then we'll save this preset, new file. Go into linen plane weave. Cool. So, into Maya we go. Got notification on here. Maybe explain the logic behind the AI range node in easy words. Yes, okay, cool. Yeah, I might explain that at some point. Johnny, if you're still watching, like, what's your input on that? Like, what do you see people struggle with the most with it? Is it just, like, not understanding the difference between output and input? Because, like, it shouldn't be... I don't think it should be too hard to explain in a structured way. It's just a case of figuring out which words will work best. I think these slubs might be a bit intense. Yeah, anyway. Fucking hell, it's still rendering. No way is that the stage it's at. What did I do? Oh, shit. Okay. Yeah, we'll probably have to use the 4K maps, I think. I expect it to be somewhat clean by now, you know? Yeah, we're gonna have to, Jesus. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna change my render settings, I think. Let's go to Arnold. Gonna lower my samples. Transmission samples can lower. Spec can lower. That should all be fine. Okay, so what we need to do now I'm gonna copy all of this, like just the whole thing. Edit, duplicate, shared network. Cool. Then we'll... Yeah, we don't need that one. Cool. And then select all of these. Go to the shirt. Add them in. Then go to the apron again. Remove them. Actually, I'll... no. This... Okay. Fabric shading today. Yes, lots of fabric shading. Well, lots of pixelated fabric shading. The new render settings will help a little bit, but it's a very slow render. But I'm using 8K maps, like it's really unnecessary. This looks a bit more promising though. I'm wondering why the render tiles aren't showing up though. Nope, it's not appearing. Anyway, kill that. So, we're going to go to the outliner. We're going to hide the apron, show the shirt, and assign this guy. Then grab linen plain weave color, diffuse color, and switch this to... We'll keep the 4K. So this guy we need to update there. Linen plain weave, this one will be 8K. I'm gonna go split height. This will need complete rebalancing. Hey Ash, how's it going? Hi Mike, glad to finally see one of your streams when you're streaming. Hey Lucy. Okay, so bring that down. Did I do it like that? I didn't. How's that happened? That's why. I was just like, how did this occur? That's better. Okay, so we've selected that guy. So this is going to look like completely broken, basically. But it will render quickly. So nice, what did I do? And Scott is leveling up, thank you everybody from the whip. Cannot declare indexed vector to texture UVs on the button thread geo. Why is the button thread geo even looking for that? I don't have a fucking texture on it. This is still rendering. Panel, clothing cam. Yeah, that should be working. Sounds like these what I think about Threadripper 64 cores, yeah. You can get 96 cores now. No, I think it just crashed. I have too many wines on the horizontals, I might do. Well, I think Epic goes even higher, doesn't it? Like AMD Epic CPUs. What do they go to now? Let's see, Epic processors. Ah, AMD's site is blocked by Nord. Interesting. What's the biggest one? Yeah, 96 is where it ends. I'm gonna have to kill Maya. Maya's dead. Rest in peace, Maya. Task manager, processes. Wait, does it think it's frozen? The memory usage is changing, that's the weird bit. Actually, yeah, if it was rendering my CPU usage would be higher. Hopefully I didn't lose too much there. Although I'm pretty sure I saved after the apron material, so we should just copy paste it again to the shirt, it's not a big deal. Okay, when did I save this? Oh, sweet, yeah, but probably still got the Errors of a curve. Yeah, I know. They always do. Yeah, it's all still there. Good. And this is linen plate. Ah, sweet. It's all still there. Curious about your home PC specs. So the PC I'm currently on, because I've got two. This one is a Ryzen 7950X, so 16 cores, not the 96 yet. 128 gigabytes of DDR5 RAM, and a RTX 4090 plus 6 terabytes of M.2 storage. That's like the main stuff. I've got a second PC over there, which is just my old workstation, which is a 3950X, 64 gigabytes of RAM, and a 2070 Super. And it still works, I just haven't got rid of it yet. I know it has issues, so I'm not selling it wholesale, I'm just going to sell the components. For increasingly less money the more time I put it off. There you go. Wonder why it crashed last time. This whole colour thing is very interesting to me. Either way, that seems to have just worked out the box. Like, just immediately it worked. No rebalancing required, apparently. This scene placement bothers the fuck out of me. But I'm not changing the scene placement. I refuse. I'm gonna... When did I crash last time? Because that started immediately. Let's replace this with the 8K. See if it makes any difference at all. I just realized I need to limit it again, don't I? Otherwise you guys will see a slideshow. Go to details. Hunting for a 3090. I don't have a 3090. I've got a 2070 Super and a 4090. And the 4090 I'm very much using. New ones online and crazy expensive. Yeah, I paid 2,500 Canadian dollars for my RTX 4090. I mean, my new PC as a whole was about 8K. The old one, I bought it as the 3090. 3950 CPU. Like I bought it on the release of that, which made it a little bit more expensive, but. Oh, sick. Does 64 gigabytes of RAM make a difference, though? So RAM amount, the way to think of it is adding more RAM does not increase performance, but when you need more RAM, you need it. Like, it just won't work without it. And if you have a character that's 16 gigabytes of RAM, no, let's say 12 gigabytes of RAM to render. A 16 gig CPU like workstation will work fine. Like it won't it will render, you're not going to hit any performance issues. But if you then render a character, like maybe you make the hair more dense or you add more subdivisions, the RAM usage goes up as you add more geometry and bring in bigger maps. And so if you ever cross the threshold where you're now using more RAM than you have, the render will just stop. It depends on the renderer. I think there are some workarounds. But for the most part, if you run out of RAM, your render just ends. It just stops working. And so... oh, I need to do something, actually. Then I'm playing with... Swap ST. Okay. But yeah, so... it varies... like the more RAM you have, basically the more flexibility you have. It doesn't make the PC faster, it just makes it capable of more. In production, where you do high-end groom PCs have oh, you have like in most studios you have pretty high spec PCs if you're in a needy department. Effects normally have pretty good ones, and groom almost always have good CPUs, good workstations. Jesus. Yeah, it looks like it's working. Normals. Okay. Oh, that's another thing as well, actually. 8. Let's quickly update that. There we go. I thought it looked off. But this is working well enough. I might decrease the strength of the wrinkles a little bit. So let's just go into here. Let's go 0.1. Maybe increase the bumps. Kind of swap them out in a way. Yeah, now the wrinkles are kind of fitting in a bit better. Okay. Let's alt save this. What scene are we on now? 80. Fast approaching 100. This is very coarse, isn't it? Like, it's really coarse. Easily double what it should be. I kind of like it, that's the thing. Let's try a version where we double it. So for now, we just need to adjust this guy. So let's go 12. Let's not quite double it. And then do the same for you. Make sure that's updated by updating full scene. There we go. So now the bumps and the wrinkles are too... Oh, I kind of like that actually. Maybe split the difference between these two? Because what we can do, because I've now got separated height channels, like we've got the threads and that sort of stuff, what I can do is load in another displacement. So maybe I can do the 4K or sorry, do the 8K for the threads in the height, and then use 4K for the bumps and wrinkles. And I can tile that differently because I don't need to worry about the threads matching up between all the different versions. Because I think I prefer the threads in this. So what I'm going to do is edit, duplicate, without network. So this one is going to be less tiles. So I'll go back to 8. Yeah, we'll go back to 8. Okay. And all we're going to do is... Can I drag multiple? I can't. So this is the blue. And that just lets me tile them independently of each other. So now when I update this, there we go. Threads wise, I might go for something in between these two. Let's go for 10. Okay. Oh, I didn't change enough things. So that's down to 10. We won't need you anymore. This needs to go down to 10 as well. Not 110. That'd be a bit brutal. So I'm going to grab you, go up here, normals. That won't change this render, it's just for later. I think we found the Goldilocks zone. Not as big as it was, not as small. Yeah, I think this is what I like. So what we need to do now is set all of these to 10. These should still be correct. And there should be one over here. Yeah, I can delete these now. So now, we nuke my PC by doing that. And quickly see how it looks. PC's already struggling. Not even started rendering yet. Bit bright, maybe? Oh, did I not update my, Maybe a bit too much SSS. I'll say maybe. There's too much SSS. I like what it's doing here, though. Might do a stronger on the bump. Let's go 0.2. So. So when you put the subsurface on there, it starts to feel a bit too soft. This looks about right. And this looks about wrong. Let's view store snapshot. What happens if we throw this all the way to 1? Why does that look so funky? Something funky's happening there. I'm gonna try something. Let's get our color. Plug it into this guy. Could just be that it's brighter. interesting. Not the effect I was looking for, but it's kind of cool. Let's go 02, 01 even. Take it back to 0. Okay. I'll lower the radius, I think. No! I'm gonna alt save. And can you undo layouts? You can't, can you? I fucking hate Maya's Hypershade so much. Okay, well. Let's start the cleanup process. Sheen mix. What are you? Shirt mat, don't need you. Okay, let's grab all the materials. Do that with them. The alpha. Don't need these. Okay, Z-Disp. Do you prefer Katana Nodograph? Oh, absolutely. That's not even close, there's no competition there at all. That's feeling better, actually. Okay, we do need to add a bit of diffuse, though. Shoulder just cracked really badly. Oh, fuck, okay. There we go. Let's go 0.3. We've lost something to the first pass. I forget, it's just the size of the knit, isn't it? It makes such a big difference. I'm going to get that original knit size back. Which means 8 back on everything. It just looks so much better with a chunky. For now, I'll still keep these separate for now. Might come back to it later. Okay. Nah, it's too late. Mind a little bit more of the disp on this guy as well. Get the threads a bit more involved with the displacement. Okay, I doubt I'm going to make any more changes to this, so let's save, new file. Okay, there we go. I'm sure it's a bit too dark. It says it's rendering. So it must be thinking about something. Water tastes funny. Would you ever use groom for velvet? Velvet's a bit... Let's see. I very much doubt it. Depends on the velvet. And I have. Professionally too. It's like... Dumbo... What's his name? Timothy Mouse. This little guy. Is there a high res of him? Believe it or not, his costume is groomed. The images are all a bit too compressed. Yeah, the velvet on his costume is fully groomed. Like, it didn't take too. I mean, the shader was quite simple from memory. Granted, it wasn't me that did the lid on this. I just did like a proxy look dev for my own groom. But like shading wise, it's quite simple. All the anisotropy effects was coming from the fur changing direction. Would I recommend it? No. It works, it looks fine, but you can't really see the difference. Granted, these renders aren't, or these images aren't high enough res. But you know, is what it is. But yeah, it depends on the velvet. If you're doing one like this, absolutely not. This is still a maybe, like depends on the distance. But you can see clumps, so maybe worth it. Not sure if my question about node graph plugins got sent. Does anyone see it did bug out? My question was, look dev in production happens with OG Maya Hypershade, or studios have? I mean, there's a question you're skipping there, which is, does look dev happen in Maya? Which, in most cases, no. Look dev in Maya is still occasionally done by some studios, but it's so rare. Like, this has gone super slow again. Just gonna pick a small section and see how it cleans up. Then I'll throw the apron in and we'll just compare them. Yeah, for rendering these days, Houdini and Katana are the two dominant tools. Over than proprietary ones, which I'm not going to get into. Maya is still used for look dev, but increasingly Maya is becoming more and more a modeling UVs and rigging animation. Other tools are starting to butt in on the other departments. Like Groom is being dominated right now by Houdini. Like Action is still used at some places, Yeti's used at some places, which are both in Maya. But Houdini is the one that's like kind of growing. Why has it gone so slow again? Because it was quicker earlier. I don't mean quicker because it was on this, like... What happened? Why is it so slow now? Let's change to perspective cam. Let's get away from it, see if it's a sampling issue. My CPU fans are kicking up. I think it's just died. Alright, cool. Something's going on with this today. Okay. Having an exactly 50 megabyte file is quite appealing to me. This is still sluggish. Okay. Go to details, set affinity. It's rendering considerably quicker now. My question remains though, what changed? Could it be that I'm trying to map bias? I'm going to add another tab there. Is it this map bias? Because I am 8K now. Like... But this shouldn't... It won't add resolution because that's not really how maps work. But is there something about having it biased so far back when it's 8K that causes issues? Let's try again. Wonder if streaming is causing an issue for it. Yeah, look how much faster that is now. It does still feel a little bit funky though, doesn't it? I'm wondering if I should use like a dipole rather than diffusion SSS. Okay, so let's add the apron back in. Okay, there we go. Can't really see the transparent bits anymore, so I have a feeling I need to increase the thread gaps again. Decrease the slubs, maybe. It's going slow again. It's weird. I literally get like 1 or 2 renders before it slows down. It's interesting how it also stops showing the render tiles when it slows down. What could that be? It's a very strange behavior. kind of miss the super bright SSS, so I might bring that back. The shirt in general's just got too dull now, hasn't it? Yeah, shirt's gone too dull. I was just trying to decide if artistically I liked it or not. Okay. So... there's this guy. That was set to 0.2. In fact, actually, let's... do I need more of that thread in displacement again? Interesting how the shadows also become way deeper. Oh! That's my bump map. My bump map's too strong. If I set this to 0 for a moment, view, store snapshot, and just do that region there. It's not. Interesting, okay, so it's not that. I mean, it's doing something, but I don't think it's obliterating the look that much, is it? Like, continue to clean a little bit. Right, that's the old one. This one is the clean one. Okay. So let's put that back up. Let's go 1.5 though. I'm going to increase the height of the threads as well. Let's go 0.1. View, store snapshot. Get some more light on now. This is what displacement does for you. Like, bump can't do that. So I might get the AO and put that into the color a little bit. Fucking love this song. So snapshot. Let's. What happens if I increase the IOL weight? Put it there. I want to A/B this, because I've never actually looked at what IOL weight does like on a refined render. I've only ever looked at it on like really simple geometries. See if we can see any difference yet. There is something. Okay, I'm going to let that clean up because that could be quite interesting to look at. Seems to deepen shadows a little bit. darkening this more. Is it kind of like an auto bump? It's a really subtle effect. As it cleans up, it's getting less and less noticeable. There's still something happening though. Looks like it's not doing much though, so I'm gonna reduce that. I'm gonna bring this down as well, because it was on 0.2 before. Put it back on 0.2 and see how this looks. And then I'll probably increase the radius slightly. It might be worth mapping so that I have it here. Sort of lost this corner, I need to get that back. Actually, that's looking better. Okay, yeah, I like that. It feels very low is the problem. Like, as in 0.2 diffuse. Does feel low for a surface like this. But at the same time, it is fibers. So it's not going to have much diffuse, like, inherently. Well, natural fibers. Well, still a snapshot on that guy. Let's try a version where we increase this a lot, but also increase that a lot. A bit more detail. That's softening out though. I think something between those two might be the right move though. Because increasing diffuse gets us more detail out of the bump and the displacement. Still a snapshot. Okay, so I'm going to set this to 2.5. I'm going to split the difference on this, which will put it out. I'll lower it slightly actually. Let's do that. Shoulders are so fucked. Looking forward to getting some groom on this. It's going to be fun. Okay, so that softens it a bit. That feels nicer. And it doesn't feel as soft as the old one, but it does get more detail. Yeah, okay. That feels about right to me. Specula's still broken as fuck, but that's good. This is this. Floating points tunes. Actually, is the floating points a band? I feel like I recognize that as a sentence, but I have not a fucking clue who it is. Yeah, that's looking a lot better to me. Let's pick out a small section of this guy. Yeah, the apron's a little bit less successful. Mainly it's a UV issue, I think. It still works, it's just not quite as nice. Just get a bit more of the collar in there. Actually, something I want to check is the GI lookup. Because I don't know the visual effects for floating point solo artist, but he did towards the left hand sometimes. Oh, okay. Okay. Definitely making progress. So let's pick out a region like that. And I'm going to test out a few different settings. So we're just going to store snapshot. There we go. Shirt mat. Let's go into, is it settings? Yeah, full. Okay, I'm going to set this to hybrid. What it should change is how the shadows are lit. Yeah, it looks a lot weaker. View, store snapshot, and set this to Lambertian. Yeah, it's a lot weaker. Definitely prefer the full. It renders quicker though. It renders a lot quicker. So if you guys are curious as to what's happening right now, this is a Rombo feature, SSGI lookup. Basically, the Rombo shaders, I'm not going to pretend to fully understand it because I haven't read anything technical on it. But from what I understand, subsurface scattering isn't really taken into account when you're doing GI. So that subsurface itself isn't casting light onto other surfaces, it's just reacting. And Rombo found a workaround for that. So you can actually get, like, you know, inside here, more glow. And because more glow is coming out here, you're getting more light on this section on the other side of it. So you get more surface. And then you get down here, even more glow. Like, it just gives you more light interactions, I guess. At render time cost, you know. Okay, what time is it? We got 10 minutes. I'm not really going to achieve anything in that time, so I may as well head out, just because I've got to get ready to go training. But we've made some pretty decent progress. The shaders are looking alright now. Not perfect, but that's more of a geometry issue right now. So yeah, I'm just going to save the scene. Start one of the longest renders that I'll probably send. And yeah, I'm gonna head off. Let's just save this. I should be back. Well, should be back about 3 o'clock. It's like 3 hours from now. I know today is quite spaced out, but it's my last week off, so be proud of yourself, Mike. Huh. Thank you. But yeah, I'll be back in about 3 hours. Today's a bit spaced out, but it's my last week off, so I'm just kind of also enjoying the freedom of being able to like train whenever I want and go out, eat where I want, like that kind of stuff. As of Monday, I'll be at Frame Store. So yeah, obviously these streams will slow down a lot as of next week. It will just be evenings here or there, and probably some weekend work. But yeah, I'll I'll get back to you guys. Good luck with the training sesh. Thanks. It's my second one of the day, so I'm going to be very tired. But yeah, challenges are fun. But anyway, yeah, time to head off. I'll see you guys later. And yeah, if I don't, I'll see you tomorrow. Cool. Bye, guys.